Hello to those who came to my reading. This pick card is going to be on what's your next relationship going to be like? How's it going to play out? Is it going to work out or not? I don't know, but here you go. So here's going to be pile one, pile two, three, four, five. Hello to those who chose pile one. Honestly, I saw the angle that this is recording at, and I hate the angle. It just looks really messy. The background looks messy. I'm sorry I have to wash it. It's just a lot of things going on here. Anyways, no, like if you care, because you came to this reading to get an analysis on your next relationship. And odds are if you're on my channel, you're an intuitive. So my point is that this is gonna totally resonate if you choose it. So first let's start off with number one. So who they are, what's their personality gonna be like? Their looks. Hopefully that stuff will pop up. I'm just gonna totally read it, so it is what it is. So y'all got the Seven of Cups, the Empress, the Tower in reverse, which is ironically next to each other, and you got, I believe that's the King of Swords. Two majors that are in reverse. I think it's like quote unquote what's their downfall gonna be. I think it's their weaknesses. So I'm gonna start, I guess, with the weaknesses. So their personality is so they have definitely a wandering eye. They have a thing for very nurturing people, but this is someone who, because I'm getting that they're the bunny, and then the Empress is like, wow, you're so gorgeous, you're just so beautiful. This person has a tendency to hype up people, to mm, over-grandize beautiful, nurturing women. Wow, I see another one. And I see another Empress. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Like, this person has a tendency to just move on real quick, ghosting people, juggling their options. 100%. This is a problem. But the thing is that this is just FY energy. It's really giving that because this person really will like buy you things for your birthday. They'll ask you about your day or ask you about your traumas. Like this person really genuinely does care about healing people. It's because they are a nice person, they're a happy person, they're very go jolly, they're all over the place kind of. They like to have a packed schedule. They like to keep themselves busy, and with that in mind, they always trying to find ways to give back to people that they care about. So at the time, if that person is focusing on this particular empress, they genuinely do care about them. So that's why they're like, this kind of just feels like love bombing energy, just if they're aware of it or not, they're using manipulative tactics to get people close to them by nurturing them, by genuinely caring about them, like how they would care about their wife, let's if they were to have a wife. But then they see another empress, and it's like, oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous. I thought this empress was so beautiful. Oh, you're even more gorgeous. What? What? There's, they are very fascinated about learning new things. But the point is that, especially with the background being lit, the grass is always greener on the other side. But it definitely does feel like a young energy. This isn't someone who is old or someone who is mature. I don't know why I'm getting to say this too, but it's like if this person were to get this empress pregnant, because look, she's pregnant there, still the same energy. Like, what did it change when? stay there to grow and mature. The only thing, if anything, the only stable thing that they would do in regards to this whenever they leave is to take care of the child. They have morals with that. It's weird. Like, I'm not even surprised if this person's like a Christian, or if they follow like religious, if their religion, if they follow it like by the book. But they have this attitude towards relationships. But yeah, I honestly think they'd be a great father, even if they were to leave you, or if they were to leave another person. And also, this person, another weakness with the tower in reverse is that their downfall, usually in almost every single situation, is that they don't use the resources around them. I'm just gonna give out like a few examples. Let's say they're have a C in a class, and this final they need to make an amazing grade to just at least barely pass the class, or just make a good grade. And they have my point is that universities, they usually offer like resources to like help study with that particular subject. There's group chats that classmates are in where they plan to get together to study, but they didn't do that. They want to do it themselves, which the way that they've been doing it themselves, they've been barely passing or barely failing, and then they end up failing the final. My point is that Spirit sees it like you can prevent so much of these tower moments, or to make life harder for yourself. Be mature, be responsible, and handle things the proper way. You know, this person's inexperience is the downfall of them, usually, in basically every single problem or situation they have in their life. They don't take things like lessons. They take it as, oh well, I tried. I really, really did try, but they didn't. Like, they didn't use their resource. I don't know. It's they're not aligning with spirit. Got a lot of work to do. I guess, and an example with like relationships too. They end up moving on too fast. So if they were, let's say, if they're interested in you, but like you're hard to get, they would just give up, and they're like, be like, man, this it just isn't for me. It isn't for me. But the spirit's like, well, I don't know how to encompass this in a sentence or in a word, but I hope these examples and what I'm saying is like encompassing it. So now I'm gonna go on over here. It's probably their positive traits. A positive about this person is that they're not about to accept toxic things into their life. If they know that you're a toxic person, it's gonna be a toxic relationship, so they're gonna distance themselves from you, and they'll probably just end up ghosting you. Honestly, they'll just probably just end up dropping you, and they'll keep the other things that will contribute positively to their life. So like their friends, family. I think the reason why they're so shifty and they always have a mentality of the grass is greener on the other side is because they notice toxic things in people, and or maybe toxic situations that they're in. Just like red flags, I point, like it comes up and it's like, the more red flags, no, never mind, I don't want this person. And then they end up getting over infatuated with, there's so much noise going on in the background, I'm sorry. Wanting to find like a perfect partner, perfect person, just like how their friends are perfect and how their family's perfect for them. They contribute. They need to find a partner like that. But the thing is that they don't bother to self-reflect, especially with the shop and the when they don't bother to self-reflect on the toxic traits in them. They are not mature enough to differentiate that relationships are complete, like romantic relationships are completely different to the types of relationships you have with your friends, that you have with your family, because you don't see the toxic traits in people until you're very, very like intimately close with them. They don't realize that, yeah, they're not mature enough to. Okay, this is funny. This one aligns over here. So you know how I said that they don't use their resources. Well, a positive that comes out of it is, even though this person is immature, and you know how I said they're young, like how it was kind of aligning over here, they're very perceptive about people, who they are. So they can pick up if you're a bad person real quick, if you're a good person. They just notice like the little details, maybe about the way that you dress, the way that you talk, what you've said about yourself. They're very intelligent. They employ this with every single person that they know. So if they have a boss, it's like, I'm not about to put you up on a pedestal. I'm not about to follow every single word that you say. I'm going to question every single thing that you tell me, and I'm going to judge it to myself if it's right or wrong. If it's wrong, I'm going to let you know. You seem very straightforward, definitely business wise too. This person would be a very good entrepreneur, at least their mindset. They would do great with entrepreneurship and business and with everything else, but especially in the workplace, they want an equal give and take. So I think that over here was like about the business side, about them failing on their like maybe career. That's what I mean. And then over here is relationships. So yeah, I think that they'll eventually be successful people because I don't see them as the King of Swords. They're the person that's following what the King of Swords says. So I think that eventually they're going to end up taking their throne. It's really no surprise too because I feel like compared to the other colleagues or compared to just the other competition, there's something special and unique about your person that they give in their particular career. And they're going to thrive in it eventually once they grow older. So, yeah, very interesting. Next one is going to be when you'll meet your person or do you already know them? I don't know if it'll come up as two different sections for y'all. Like if you know them or if you don't know them. Let's see. Well, just sarcastic standing ovation for y'all for getting the worst cards possible for a particular question. Y'all got the Three of Swords, the Five of Wands in reverse, Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Oh God. So with what I'm already getting with this is that this is going to be a short-term relationship. And the more you try to play it out in spurts. So let's say you break up with them, but then you end up coming back with them like a month later. It's just on and off. The worse it's gonna be, the worst toll it's gonna be on you. If you allow this particular relationship to play out like long, that just shows how much self worth you have. As soon as you cut it off, right then and there, no spurts, just, you know what, this is it. You just cut it off the first time. That just shows your self worth and how much improvement you've done on yourself. If you need a lot more healing, if you need a lot more maturing, it's going to play out for a while, but it's not going to end in. Don't expect marriage out of this. Don't expect commitment or long term commitment, at least. In the grand scheme of things, when you look back on this, like in the like 6 years or something, this is going to seem like a little insignificant part of your life. Also, in the grand scheme of things, the more you play it out, the more you're going to regret it. Like, that was a waste of my time. And I think that the lesson you have to learn in this relationship with the Four of Pentacles, learn how to ground yourself in a reality whenever it comes to relationships, to be able to see red flags or see past people's masks and deception and cut it off. And I'm seeing the problem more of being you being able to decipher someone has bad intentions or not. Because especially with the Four of Pentacles, and I assume with this pain, like you want something long term. Or you want something at least stable. This person is not going to be stable for you. They're going to want you to give the saying like tooth and a leg, but they're not going to give that back. It's not fair. It's not equal give and take. And basically, with the Five of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Swords, it's this the theme of this relationship for you is going to be embarrassment and finalizing. I don't think you have a problem with finalizing, especially with these two being together upright. Like, I don't think you have a problem ending the relationship, especially with this. I was getting that too. But with the Five of Wands in reverse, you keep on going back to it, let's say if you do, because this person does like actually feel whenever they show sympathy for you. So whenever they do feel bad, like, wow, well, I'm sorry if you feel like shit for me breaking up with you, or if they were to just stop messaging you, if you were to message them again, they're all friendly, they're cool with being friends. That kind of gives you hope. But in a way, at the end of the day, with the 5 wands reverse, it's a theme of embarrassment. Like you're embarrassing, you feel like you're embarrassing yourself. I don't know if you are. And I feel like if you've met this person already, this cycle is probably still playing out where you need to end it. Like stop going back to them. Wow. Okay. Well, I already told you their intentions, but shoot, I pulled them out. Gotta read them. The 5 again. Oh my gosh, another 5. Oh Lord. I'm being honest, very straightforward, not gonna take long for me to analyze. Don't cause a mess. I'm not gonna clean it up. You better clean up your own mess. Like I'll kick you out. I'll kick you out. I'll ghost you. Or I'm not gonna deal with it. Yeah, I'll ghost you. Like we're not friends. Don't come with me with that emotional bull that you're not gonna solve. If you're gonna solve it, then like go ahead, deal with it. But if you're just gonna leave it there, expect me to fix it, especially or be codependent on them, they're not gonna have that. And they kind of see you as like one of the many cups, or like what you see these soldiers, soul soldiers, they all look the same. Like they're messaging other girls, or they see or other people, or they see other people like just with the same value as you in regards to relationships. Just know, like, and the fact that this is their intentions towards you, this is their intentions towards all of their options, and just shows where they're at. I kind of just don't see the point of doing this stuff. So this is going to be when your relationship starts with them and your connection starts with them. This is how it's going to start off in the initial phase. With the world card, I'm getting that it's going to start off very like sexual, and definitely you are going to be having, sexual energy, and you really want to like do it with them or take it out with them. In your perception, they also want to be reciprocal with this, sexual energy exchange. But the reality is that they don't harbor the same sexual charge that you have towards one another. They kind of don't have the sexual charge with anyone. No one's really ignited this in them. I don't mean to be rude, but in their eyes, it's like, well, you're nothing, anything special that'll ignite it too. So they're just more of playing along with your fantasy, saying what you want to hear, playing the role. To them, with the Three of Pentacles, they see in this relationship, there's a huge problem. And the problem is like, I think it's that you don't really, they're not really attracted to you. But at the same time, they're not attracted to anyone. But like, you don't make them want to have a reciprocal relationship with them, and you don't realize that's the problem, but they already see this problem with the foundation of the relationship. They're just not saying anything while you're uselessly working on this relationship or this connection. They're just standing by, like watching you. It's like watching you create an art project, but you're creating it on the wrong theme, and the teacher's watching you the whole time, and they only tell you till the end. Once you're done, it took you days to complete, that you did on the wrong theme. Man, I hate this energy. I don't like them. Their sexual attraction towards you will start to flourish, will start to begin once they tell you, well, I'm not interested in you. I think we should see other people, or they just ghosting you. This feels like a manipulative person. I can't tell if they get turned on because from rejecting people. I think it's because of the distance. The more distance there is between their partners, the more turned on they are. So I guess the more mysterious you are, the more that they don't know about you, the more that turns them on, because you're not going to give any information. They have to fish it out of you. But they keep on seeking out people who have opposite personalities of this. So there's just some people who are just naturally like withholding of information about themselves, who don't care about having a partner, who just don't see the point. I don't know. My point is that that's the kind of person they should be going after, but they keep on going after people who are the opposite personalities. And I assume that you're a bubbly person, that you are just like them in their personality, ironically. So you're proactive, you probably have things going for you, especially with the three of pentacles in the world, because you're matching their energy in the physical. You're probably very open, you're very relatable, you can make friends easily, you're just a pleasant person, okay? Especially societally, you're very, everything about you is just accepted. They don't realize that they seek a partner who does things that aren't societally accepted. So let's say the typical, oh, okay, we're gonna date. Okay, then that means that we're gonna get our promise rings. Then that means that, oh my gosh, what you want? You want to engage me? You want to talk about family? Okay, so then we're engaged. Then we're gonna get married. Then we're gonna live a long life. Like they don't realize that they don't want that kind of life, that they want an untraditional life. So, but they're not going after untraditional partners. So, because of this, they're creating bad karma with the world. They keep on creating bad karma with, in regards to relationships, because they keep on breaking these people's hearts who are presenting themselves like how they are too. So they don't realize that they have to undergo this whole different, like probably personality change or preference change, like all this stuff about themselves, totally reevaluate themselves, because they actually don't care about society. They don't care about my point is that this person has a whole mess. They're a whole mess. They really are. And the physical, they seem like if they have it together, because especially in their career, they're going after something where it's very like money based. So like how we said, business, entrepreneurship, just something that makes sense, that'll give them stable money. Just they're playing the role, but they don't realize that the role that they're playing, you shouldn't be playing a role in your life. Like you shouldn't be acting out a part. Everything shouldn't be scripted. It should become naturally. You should be genuinely enjoying life like that, because you're being yourself. They don't know how to be themselves. And to them, they've already created a baseline of all the rules between you guys, the subtle rules, the subtle, okay, well, I tell this person good morning, or I don't tell this person good morning. I just straight up hit them up. Like specific little things that they do with you is already set in stone. They're playing that role, and it's like if you don't like it, if you want to change the relationship up, if you want to start saying good morning, let's say, if you they're not going to do that back to you. It's whatever has already been set in stone from the beginning. They're not about to change it, which means like they don't care about you, like they don't care about bettering this relationship. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't like them. they they have a lot of healing to do, and because of that they're hurting other people, including you, which I don't even know if you would even know that they're not talking to people or not, but they are. So this is how the majority of your relationship is going to be playing out. I said like the present. I just ended up saying the majority of the relationship. And this is the Two of Wands and the Ace of Swords. You're going to be missing and yearning for the communication. Basically, you want to love that you want to. So like you see, you're holding a cute little heart. I want someone else who will also give me their heart. This person, and to you it's like, well, I'm waiting around for this heart, and this person never even follows through with giving their heart, because it's either all online, and that's what they totally rely on. And if you guys do, I'm not surprised if they try to keep this online. If you do try to meet up in person, they end up being roundabout, like, oh, sorry, I couldn't make it because of this, or I couldn't make it because of that, and then they end up like being really cold with you after. And maybe it takes a long time for them to end up warming up, being back to themselves. It's actually because they're not interested in you. And it's like, how long are you gonna wait around till, I don't even want to read this. Whatever, I already told you. You deserve better. You deserve. This is the future of how the relationship's gonna play out. So the future is that you are going to take this as the lesson that it should be. So you, with the Knight of Pentacles, you're going to start realizing the flaws in this relationship, and like just the flaws in the offerings that they're giving you. Just they're not meeting you at your energy. And I'm not seeing like, oh my gosh, I realize my worth, blah blah, but it's you realizing like all the red flags, like looking back at it, truly being objective about it without letting your emotions or sexual energy, cloud your judgment. And then with a blank paper, it's like, well, now that I see this, like, what do I do? And as soon as you reach this clarity with the King of, I assume that's the King of Cups, guys. I don't, because they're coming up as girls. Oh, this is the Goddess deck. No wonder. So, with the King of Cups, it's you achieving clarity and spirit acknowledging that. So, because of that, they give you an instant answer to it. So, I think that you're kind of just going to be like, so I cut this person off. Okay, like you don't have a problem cutting them off. So it's like, okay, well, I cut them off, but I realized this and this, and they're in turn gonna give you an opportunity that's gonna make up for that. So, but this isn't in a relationship. So with the King of Cups, especially, it's like because you've experienced this emotional turmoil for however long you did, because you successfully learned your lesson, and you really reflected on it. We're going to give you whatever it is, a person or a project that'll emotionally make up for the amount of time that you emotionally, quote unquote, like lost. So, like, we're gonna surprise you with, it could be a friendship, it could be a new ideas about your business, new ideas about your career, and this will emotionally like stir you up and make you happy, put you back to the baseline that you were before you met this person. That's my point. So everything ends up making up at the end, or not making up, leveling out at the end. So you end up coming back to yourself with this lesson in mind of you knowing your worth. It's really beautiful, guys. And then look, the blank papers over here with the Eight of Wands. And it's like, I'll give you something. That's really beautiful. Wow. Well, I don't see the point in doing this now again, but this next one is going to be how others perceive y'all's connection. So, how others perceive it, if you were to like complain about other people, about this relationship and stuff, is they see you as like a ride or die with anything in general. You seem like a really happy and a beautiful person, guys. You guys have a very beautiful energy. And you keep on choosing like this path. You see it's all overgrown, it's not cut in me, and you keep on going down this like hard path when you can just go down a much easier path that you deserve. They see you as deserving of something that's great and that matches your energy, or if not even better than your energy, honestly. Like you have great things awaiting for you, so why do you keep on choosing this thing that is just gonna lower you down, your vibration down, probably ruin opportunities for you because you're too much trying to fix it. And with the Ten of Swords, it's like you aren't honoring your sexual energy. Or like, what's it called? Yoni, or, and like you're using your yoni to reflect back karma on yourself or like make yourself have more pain when the yoni energy isn't supposed to be used like that. So, with that being said, it's like the way other people see it. A relationship is supposed to be happy. It's supposed to not necessarily be happy, but you're both supposed to improve together. You're both supposed to go through adversities together. It's just a bonding experience, and they don't see it as a bonding experience. They see it like a karmic experience. You have to get out of like a bad cycle with this person. Like, when are you gonna see that? When are you gonna have this realization? I don't think you'll ever have this realization, but at least now you know that this is how other people see it. They see it from an even higher perspective than even you saw it from when you did your analysis in the final, in the future position. But yeah, basically, you deserve the world, okay? And that's how other people see it too. So over here is the obstacles in this relationship. I think I'll just lay it out like this actually because I accidentally turned it around. I guess the obstacles is like you seeing it as you're gonna continue letting like all these roots grow into our foundation. Like you're not gonna bother trying to fix our foundation. I'm getting phrases, okay? So this doesn't have to be a man. It's like a masculine energy, but it's like be a man and take charge. You're seeing perceptions like these, and it's like, well, are you gonna turn around and see it for what it is instead of just keep on complaining? Like find a different foundation somewhere else. And basically, the obstacle is accepting that you, in this person's eyes, you're not deserving of love. In their eyes, you don't deserve them. And with the Ace of Cups, with me saying the Ace of Cups and the Wheel, it's a very heart wrenching thing. Like I'm seeing this and I can like feel this, like I've been through this before too. And it's so like how I said with how you were over here, like how you're embarrassed. Like it's so humiliating. You put yourself that low. You succumbed yourself. You allowed yourself to endure all this. How dare I do that? How could I have gone that far? That's humiliating. And with the Fool at the very end, it's you accepting this as the lesson it is. Because I'm seeing you trying to see it from a higher perspective, especially with the very end over here, with it being majors, and just making a lesson out of it. Yeah, so that was the obstacle to leave it. And this is gonna be the outcome. Let's see the outcome. Okay, well, count together. Okay, with the Four of Wands and the Strength card, you're gonna continue staying in contact with this person. I don't think you're gonna, if you did block them, you're just gonna block them, honestly. And I think that you're gonna add them back because it shows your strength. So, but I'm not seeing that with the Strength card, I'm seeing that with the Four of Wands. So it just shows how mature you are. So by the time you start being friendly with them or you unblock them, it's like, I'm over it. Like, I'm really over you. You see how over here I'm was getting it's like bread. And why would she leave the bread on the table? Like looking at it, it's like being petty. Like, you don't even deserve a plate on my table, honestly, but I mean, you're on my table, so be grateful for that. She's not saying that, but her actions are showing like be grateful that I'm even talking to you, or you're not giving them the time of day you used to. You're not being respectful like how you used to. You're not being emotionally available like how you used to. You're kind of being petty, but at the same time, you've learned from their actions. And with the Strength card, the way that they're seeing it, like this is one of the many dragons, right? You're allowing communication between you two. It's short, so it's you that's cutting off the communication really short. You don't let them bother to really learn more about you, and it's hard for them to even seek you out because you're disappearing. They aren't close to you like that, so it'd be socially weird for them to pursue you or to actively seek you out. But it's their own ego that's holding them back, and their perception, especially whenever you leave the conversations really quickly. It's like the way that they see it, like hurry up and come back because I need to know this. And like they feel entitled to more information about you. They feel entitled to for you to stay there with them until they end the conversation, which that in itself is just showing like machismo. Look that up. I don't really feel like explaining it. So yeah, they're annoyed that you aren't being obedient like the other dragons. Okay, you know how we said the King of Cups was the other one in the future? I think that was a Queen of Cups. I think this is the King. I can't tell the difference. Because this is the Two of Cups with the King of Cups. I don't think that you're going to realize this though. But comparing at the very end of the outcome, especially once you start, ghosting this person themselves or keeping things short, if you look back on how you were in the beginning, you're going to take it, wow, I've matured because of this connection. I'm closer to spirit because of this connection. I'm a beautiful being and I have a beautiful environment. I love all the blessings I've received and that I'm going to receive. It feels very self aware and self content. And that was the lesson, to be self content. And you've successfully learned it. But I don't see you even reflecting on it because at this point in the outcome, you don't even care about this person. I'm just letting you know because you don't need to self reflect on it because you've already done that in the future. This is the outcome. Yay! That was a really pretty reading. Please comment if this resonated. I don't know if you would know if this would resonate because this is the next relationship. But please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you took the lesson or whatever my reading was, and I hope this benefits you in the future. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who have chosen pile 2. All right, let's get into it, guys. You all got quite a few cards. So first, I'm going to be analyzing who this person is that you're going to be next in a relationship with. What's their personalities or what's their looks. With the Emperor card, I was getting that this person's a fire sign, or they love embodying this energy. I personally, my North Node, it's in Leo, and I have a bunch of fire sign like fire in my chart for like important things when it comes to people perceiving me and stuff. And I think that it's kind of the same whenever it comes with this person. This person has like a will and a passion that almost seems untamable, and they're still grasping how to embark on life with that passion. So I don't know if you're gonna meet this person when they're at a mature. I don't know what their maturity level will be. Maybe we're gonna eventually find out. Probably on the last pile, but for this one, I was getting that with the Emperor card. Like that's who they are. They're very self-critical. This person seems like they would be an excellent boss. Like they can see the flaws in people, but they can also see the benefits that they'll bring. I think this is how they analyze every single person that they meet, whoever's in their life. In turn, people like this are usually like advice givers. They're just very vocal about if you're living your life a certain way, if it's following your potential, if you're living your full potential or not. But with that in mind, they have the same analysis towards themselves, except they don't see the positive sides. They're very self critical, and especially about their physical look. So I'm getting this with the Five of Cups. When they enter relationships, they want the relationship to heal them, which is a codependent kind of way of viewing it. But this person doesn't really know better. They want the other person to be the opposite and, hyping them up, making them feel beautiful inside and out, reassuring them. So I'm not surprised if they seek partners like this. Yeah, so with the Emperor and the Five of Cups, getting someone who enters relationships and is very like doe-eyed. What's the saying? Like, how whenever a cute little deer, there's innocence. This person still enters every single relationship like that, and that's because I think that this person has had previous experiences with relationships where it failed, and it's more of the person didn't meet their expectations, and ultimately the expectation is for them to fulfill the side that they don't have of themselves, which is the self-esteem and pushing themselves to find themselves, live in their truth. But it's kind of like well, it's not ironic. People have different issues, and for whoever you're going to be in a relationship with next, specifically their physical looks like they're very insecure, but with everything else in their life, honestly, they're very confident. They're ironically very confident about their self-image to society, especially with the Emperor card. Like, they're very likable, funny, social. Their career paths on point. They just have this codependency in relationships, though. I mean, it doesn't seem like a horrible person. Well, I guess we're already getting into this. From what I'm getting, with the deer in the background of the Two of Wands and over here with the Five of Cups, I think that this person looks just like an average person. I think they don't have any physical features that really stands out to them. If they are like really pretty people in real life, it's probably that they're surrounded by other beautiful people or the family's very beautiful, and it's like they just don't feel like they're on, like, other people have physical traits, let's say like a mole or a distinctive nose, or just the way someone talks, the way someone acts, that's so special about them, and they don't feel like they have this physical special thing about them. So that's where they're coming up as the deer in reverse. And I feel like whenever they're looking at you, they see similar passion and goals that you have towards your career path that they have, and that really makes you so bright and shining compared to everyone else. So I feel like you're a very focused and driven person the way that they're perceiving it when they first meet you. So with the Two of Wands in reverse, they're not even meeting you. They're observing you from far away. So even if the first time that you meet this person, like, you've never seen them before, this person has 100% been observing you at least for a week, guys. Because this person, even though they're friendly, they seem very cautious whenever it comes to love and like picky with their partners. They definitely see you as a great candidate, and especially with the Emperor and the Two of Wands, I'm getting that whenever they seek a partner, they seek someone who they're gonna have like marriage with. This isn't some fling that they want, and they see that potential to be able to have a family with you or have a very long term relationship with you, and they love the stable qualities in you. They're coming up as the Emperor, and the Emperor is stable, but you're coming up as the Ace of Pentacles. It's the same stability, it just reflects in different ways. And I feel like yours comes out in a very feminine way. Like, I'm not surprised if you're into art, if you're into, I don't know, growing plants, yoga, typical things that society would categorize feminine activities in, that you already do embark on those, or in your career path, no matter what career it is, even if it's a very saturated field with masculine energies, your office is really beautiful and feminine compared to everyone else. Or, like, you add your own spice to it. In general, you add your own spice to everything. I'm not surprised if you dress very uniquely compared to everyone else. The thing about you really stands out, and this is really beautiful because this person could care less how you look. This person only cares about who you are on the inside. In itself, that in turn is like a reflection of who they want to be. So, you know how they're so self critical on how they physically look and stuff? I'm not even surprised if they put themselves on a regimen and they're still not satisfied with themselves. But with you, you're not like that, which is ironic because with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, okay, well, you're as stable as them. But with the Emperor, it's like them having strict rules on themselves, and from what they observe, you don't have strict rules on yourself. You just kind of flourish wherever you start. Just the way that you guys do things is differently. So yeah, they really like the way you are on the inside. This is very, very beautiful, guys. Now I'll be analyzing over here on the top. I was supposed to get more interpretations, but you get the point. It's them basically just think cute. If someone were to acknowledge the fact that psychologically, like, there's a fact where you seek out partners that are just like your parents. Let's say I'm a female. I'm gonna seek out a partner that has my father's traits, whether it be physical or like just definitely their personality traits. This is all unconscious. So for them, they basically just see you as mature. They want to show you that they're as mature as you, or they're at least on the same level as you. This feels like them kind of having to showcase it because they're coming in the Empress, they're coming up like the rabbit. And the same thing with the Two of Wands, where they're far away. The longer that they see you, the more they're going to want to interact with you and talk with you. They're going to kind of beat themselves up. Why am I so afraid to interact with pile two? Like, I'm on the same level as them too. They're being very analytical about their feelings. I think it's because they have a crush on you. Oh, this is so cute. Their goal is to give you things, to make you feel comfortable 100%. This person isn't going to come in and like serenade you, pick up lines, try to come up like an F boy. Let's say if y'all are watching a game and there's like a food stand on the side, they're like, oh, well, I don't mind buying you a hot dog. Like, do you want me to buy you a hot dog, or I'll pay for your ticket? Or they just want to make you feel comfortable because that's what you deserve. This person has a lot of respect for their partners or whoever they're pursuing. I think this is very, with the Knight of Swords, they're coming up as very chivalrous. Is that how you say it? It's funny. Knight of Swords is aligning with the Emperor. Like, I don't think they mean to come off as chivalrous. This is just the kind of person that they are. They have respect for other people. They're just, even if this person is younger than you or they seem more immature than you, I feel like you really need to meet this person because they're actually not. I feel like they genuinely are as mature as you. I think they see a lot of potential in themselves. They know their worth. They know their value. Assets and skills is what I mean, like career wise and their potential. And they see the same thing in you. And it's like, you should see the same thing in me. The only problem is that you're not looking at them or they're not approaching you. So, especially with the Knight of Swords, it's them coming up with a methodical plan. Plan A, plan B, plan C. It feels so adorable. This feels very adorable. When I'm reading this, I'm not even getting overwhelmed. I'm not getting like a headache. They don't seem stressed out at all because they have confidence in themselves that they can at least make you an ally. With the Empress, they're willing to wait long term, even if it takes a very long time. So yeah, if there's an age gap here, they could care less. They care more about one's personality and who they are. With the Hermit card, so this is a Hermit card and two cups. So with a Hermit card, I think this person has a tendency to self-sabotage. So when you meet this person, I think they're gonna be in their young years, young stage, or if they're like in their 30s or up, they haven't been in a relationship or they haven't slept with someone in a very long time. And my point in saying that is that keep this in mind. Like, they want to be over here, they want to be respectful to you, they really do want to make you comfortable, they love the person that you are. They can't help, like, they need to check you out. They have to check you out. They have to check you out. And I feel like this isn't gonna start. I don't think that they're checking you out. I think they're more of observing you over here with the Two of Wands when they see you from afar. But once they start getting to know you, that's when the attraction will, like, you know how I said that they like the personality? I think they're gonna really like you and who you are and like what you embody and stuff and just the potential in you. They really want to sleep with you real bad. I'm not even gonna, like, the farther this goes. If you're the type of person that wants to wait till marriage, this person will wait. This person thinks that you're worth it. Very adorable, but I'm just saying, cut this person some slack if you're very stringent on, no, it has to go slow. Stop checking me out. Oh my gosh, this person checked me out. Ew, like, now I see them differently. They probably did. Like, just give them some slack, okay? Because, oh, they can't help. So with the self-sabotaging, I think a toxic trait of theirs in relationships, I said like they're very observant, they're very keen on how you're feeling and stuff. I don't think that this person will be able to hide it themselves also. Same thing with sexual urge to randomly just like ghost you or leave you high and dry and have you coming back to them because it makes them feel very special that someone like you is coming at them. Or let's say you guys like meet in person or you guys see each other often like the workplace or whatever place and you usually start up a conversation with them or they by vice versa, y'all usually talk. But if you try to seek them out, like they end up walking the other way, like talking to someone else, or they end up distracting themselves because they want to see you stare at them. They want to see you yearn for them. But like, don't get this twist. This person isn't talking with anyone else. Honestly, this person is only interested in you. It's just a toxic trait, okay? We all have toxic traits here. And also, this with the Hermit card in reverse, this person has a problem with showing intimacy in public. It's definitely like friends seeing them being attracted to someone in general makes them very anxious. They would be a lot more affectionate if you guys were to have alone time. Absolutely no physical qualities that came up. So I'm sorry about that. So this next one is going to be on when you're going to meet this person or if you already know who this person is. Mhm. I don't think you know this person, but I think that you've seen them before. I think maybe you used to go to school with them or you know them from other social circles. With the lovers, I'm not surprised if this person has gotten divorced before and if you like witnessed that from a distance because I'm not seeing you close with them. Or like if they have a child, you would already know about this. But no, you don't know them, but you'll know that you know them when you meet them. You get me? It's like those people that you've never bothered to pay attention to until you guys start talking and you're like, wow, like I've seen you for like 3 years around here and I can't believe I've never struck up a conversation with you. And this person in general feels like a silent supporter. So I was getting with the Princess of Pentacles. If you have like an OnlyFans or like other platform where like you show skin or you do corn videos, if you're a tripper, you know what I'm saying? Anything that has to do with showing skin, they are 100% supporting it or they're funding it somehow. They would do anonymous donations towards it. Let's say if you were a little tripper, like on the pole dancing and stuff, they will go to that place to watch you dance and they will give someone else money and be like, give Pal to these $200, but like spend it on them. I want to watch you go over there to try and spend it on them because they just don't want you to see. When y'all will meet or when they'll start having interest in you, I think that's more of it. When they'll start having interest in you is once they're out of this relationship or this commitment that they were in with the lovers and start becoming like infatuated with you. Or, if they have like a child or let's say it's their like career, it's once they have everything in line and established and all their little goals are met and now they can just focus on the future goals, that's when they're going to allow themselves to, okay, well, now I can indulge my hobbies, I can finally meet with my friends, and then they're going to start opening their eyes to you. Also, they like your toes. I guess a sign that you'll know them, so when you're going to meet them. So I think this is when you're going to meet them. So with the Four of Chalices, you're not going to be in a good state of mind or you're going to be like frustrated with them. I was specifically getting you're going to be frustrated with them, which is odd because you don't really notice them, but like you know that they're there. Because I'm seeing with the Four of Chalices her like throwing all the colors, just angry, just mad. So this person has a methodical plan. I already told you, like they plan things out. So every single time that they see you, The more that they see you, the more they're gonna have the urge to talk to you, and the more they're gonna plan it out and actually take this into action. And when they finally take this into action, it's when like you're at your worst or something. Like it's when you're just infuriated with something, or they're gonna see you go off on someone, or they're just gonna hear you, like you just sound irritated, annoyed, like mad. And that's when they're gonna decide to to talk to you. What kind of person? Maybe this kind of feels like ripping off the band-aid. You know how I told you that they kind of self-sabotage? I'm not surprised if this is like a self-sabotaging thing. Like they feel the most comfortable with them confronting you, especially if they're developing this like crush on you with the Princess of or with the Princess of Pentacles. When you're at your worst, when you're more likely to reject them. So yeah, that's very interesting. All right, so we are going to read into their intentions for this connection. Tell me why two King of Chalices came out. Tell me why three Kings came out and then the Justice. What in the world? And these are two in reverse together. With the King of Chalices up here, their intentions is to indulge in their fantasies. And this isn't like just linked to you, this is like in general. So I think that this person has like kinks or specific, what's the called, like fetishes. Is it kinks or fetishes? I don't know the difference between both of them, but there's one where it's kind of like a lifestyle. They have one where they like to live a certain lifestyle and they want to indulge that with you. But with them observing you, they definitely see the potential in you liking it or like wanting it. Because I'm hearing them talking like an Arab accent. I feel like this is a reach though. I'll also say it. I'm not surprised that this person eventually wants to like move out of the country. They want to get you involved in their culture. Yeah, because this person isn't a white person. If this like okay, white, I'm talking about like typical American white people. It's kind of their culture's kind of bland, except for those rednecks. They're wild. They're wild. But I'm talking about this is someone who's like a person of color. With the King of Pentacles, this person is not going to cheat. This person is not going to. This person is not a cheater. This when this person has their eyes on someone, they're locked in. And this person is the type of person to put their investments in other different avenues of income, so like supplemental income, or try like new like entrepreneur things, or just invest their money wisely. They're really good with financial choices. So I think that you should let them run that because they seem like they have luck with it too. They're very smart and strategic because they're coming up as three kings, man. They're the justice. Like this person's very smart. They're very intelligent. You must be very intelligent too if you're matching their energy. That's why I was saying like this person is insecure. Like you know, I said they were insecure about their physical looks. I gave the example where they're surrounded by other beautiful people and stuff. If it's this person's like really smart or something, they're surrounded by other smart people, or there's something about them that's like high caliber and they readily want to meet the expectations of society. This person likes rules and structure. Yeah, this person also likes really nice fabrics. They will invest their money in their clothes, but it's for comfort. And then just one example I'd like to give to that. I know someone who works in like the medical field, and we used to go to the Purga, which is a flea market, and we would buy the like $5 suits, like just like the really cheap nurse suits. It worked and stuff, but that particular person decided to invest in $50 suits, or I think that they were like gifted a pair, like gifted a set. Started buying $50 suits from then on, like because it's worth it because you're gonna be in it for hours, like in surgery, let's say, and you're gonna be sweating, and it's just like the cotton on the poor fabric of the cheaper ones compared to the ones where it'll like that's dry fit. and it has like pockets, and it's just very convenient to use. It looks more professional. So these are their intentions. Seems very beautiful. This person looks for a very long-term commitment, and they definitely see that in you, and they like kind of choose you as their partner. But they're gonna see how it goes. They're not set on you, but just a realistic person. But with the Justice and the King of Cups in reverse, it's their like insecurity. So this person, at the end of the day, throughout the whole connection, I don't think they're gonna feel like they're enough for you. It's not just for you. With it being underneath the King of Pentacles, I think in general they have these doubts about themselves. You know how I said that they want their partner to heal them in a relationship? Well, I think this is one of the aspects where they really want nurturing and like confidence or reassurance that they will be societally accepted at the end of the day. They're insecure, their brands that the person that they project out to be isn't enough. If they have to tweak it. So yeah, that's like a major part of it, but with the Justice in reverse underneath the King of Chalices, I think it's further emphasizing that they do got their stuff together. Like even with these insecurities, they still know how to dance around the problems. They know how to solve problems easily. Person handles everything very maturely. So yeah, it just seems like a warrior who is very proactive and gets things done. Which is funny because it's like you could have gotten things done, being confident and been way less anxious, way less stressed out. But you decided to be stressed out and just get it. It. So up next, it's going to be the initial part of the phase of your relationship with whoever your next partner is going to be. So I literally heard a bunch of like metal slamming and stuff in my bathroom, and I went to check right now, and no one's in there. Everything's okay. So pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. Okay, you know how I told you that when you're gonna meet them, like you're just gonna be in a bad mood, or I said that you just don't like them or something, or you have something against them. I'm seeing this in the initial phase. So with the Five of Pentacles, that's like you, and this is the Prince of Swords. So it's gonna start off with them trying to communicate with you or connect with you, and you're just like not having it, or like you don't like the way that they're communicating with you, or you just have a problem with them. Maybe you don't like their friends, or you assume that they have a certain reputation. I don't know. There's just you just I don't think you like them. There you go. You don't. With the Prince of Swords, I think that they're coming off. You know how they were coming off as like major cards, as like the king. To you, the way you're seeing them is like they're just a little kid, or they're just immature, or something about them that just doesn't match your level, and you're just not tolerating it. So I'm getting you being either very distant, just unemotionally available because they seem like an F boy, or they just seem like everyone else that they're surrounded by. You know how I told you that they're surrounded by others where they want to be societally accepted, blah blah, but like they're surrounded by others who are like high caliber. Well, I don't think you like those people that they're surrounded by, or you have something against them. So therefore, you just assume that they're the same thing like them, or they act like them. Especially if they're an athlete, because I'm getting with the bandages and the sword, it's them trying to show off in a way that's very unappealing to you. You think it's immature, or you think it's just very much giving F boy energy to you. And also with the Knight of Pentacles, I think that you already have an option. Not surprised if you're an Earth sign, honestly, because you came up as them seeing you as the Ace of Pentacles, and look at you, like you're coming up as nothing but Pentacles. Anyways, I think you already have a valuable candidate who has already caught your attention when they first meet you, or just someone who you think is matching your level, someone who is just definitely more mature, more wise, more experienced than whoever this person is. That's why you're also going to look down on them. So you know what makes sense too, especially because with the F way energy it's giving me. I'm not surprised if you're in a relationship or if you're committed to like, whenever you're talking with someone exclusively. So like to you, it's like, well, I'm taken. No, like I'm not having it. Like stop. You setting up very strong boundaries. Keep in mind that this person never crosses these boundaries. Whoever this person is, they're at the fence constantly of the boundary, and it's like, oh, like stop, like just. But with the magician card, I'm getting that the way spirit sees it is that whoever this person is you're going to be in a relationship with next is stronger than whoever you're with during that time. And my point is that like their passion or what the potential they have to give to you, just the compatibility is a lot greater and better compared to whoever you're with at that moment or whoever you're focused on during that time. And that's how spirit sees it. So it's like it's a battle of the wills, their will versus your will, your ethics versus their ethics. With the magician, it's like in time we'll see how it plays out. But with me wording it like that, it just sounds like, because look, they're coming up as this bubble, but then the other two bubbles are like you and the other person, but the other person is a small bubble. So I don't think that this spirit sees that that person you're with at the time isn't going to treat you the way that you should be treated, or isn't going to have a amazing outcome compared to you with this other person. And they kind of see it as like eventually time will tell until like justice comes and like balances it out, where you both will see eye to eye. If this doesn't involve relationships, this is very much like social groups. So it's you being in your own social group, and your social group just doesn't like or talks bad about their social group. There's something about just morals, conflicting views. Yeah, that's a very interesting start. And you guys had a bunch of cards come out. Over here is how the relationship will just eventually play out, how it's overall going to be. It's so funny. It came up as so positive with their intentions, who they are. They seem like a great person, honestly. This is just playing out of shit. So they're coming up as the emperor again, and you're the hanged woman. For a very, very long time. You know how I told you that they're very patient and they'll continue pursuing you with the other Empress card and the Knight of Swords? But this is like you're making them wait, or you're really taking a very long time letting them in. It's annoying me personally. I don't know what this person did to you or what you don't like about this person, but it's kind of annoying me because this is your next relationship and it's like you're delaying this for I don't know how long. It would only make sense to me if you're in another relationship or like if you're exclusive with someone else. If you're saving yourself from someone else for someone else, or if you're trying to heal from an ex. But other than that, like, so with the Emperor, it's like their will can only be strong for so long about this connection when you give them no hope at all. Because with the Hanged Woman, it's like you are not giving them the time of day. You're not looking in their direction. They like your butt though, but it's like them checking you out from far away, admiring how gorgeous you are, who you are, like just observing you in your natural element, and you just do not notice them for anything, or you don't want to look at them for anything. And with the Emperor, it's like my will can only be so strong for you. Like, I can only take so much. They can't be blindly infatuated with you forever, especially because this person's very realistic. but this person seems like a very hardy person and set on their, like, if they set an intention, they're gonna follow through with it. And that's how they feel with the situation. But there's only so much they can take, man. Like, I feel bad for them because it's like the more that they're pursuing you, at that point in the initial stage, like they've already tried communicating with you with the Prince of Swords. So over here now with them with the Three of Swords and the Emperor card, what else can I do to draw this person in? What else can I do for them to even like me? Like, as a person, you don't even show interest in them as a person at all. You don't even like them as a person at all. And they're very in their heads. They're more in their heads. They feel more conflicted. Wait, you know how I said they have goals and endeavors and blah blah blah? Like, you are taking up their mind at this point. Like, they're not really focused on their goals. They're kind of setting that aside. Confused, they're puzzled how to solve you, how to get through your boundaries, how to even get to know you. And with the Nine of Swords, they're next to you. Keep in mind that is this the Nine of Swords? You see two Nine of Swords like right by each other. This is next to you and it's in reverse. They don't see what's going on behind the scenes. So in their perspective, they're seeing it like, man, like you don't care about them at all and that you don't like them at all. But in your perspective, it's like, I have so much things going on. You're the last person I'm thinking about. But I think it has to do with the relationship because of like genuine outside factors. So if you resonate with the relationship one, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, it's like my relationship is falling apart. So you know how I said that spirit was like, well, this person is meant for you. Whoever this is more meant for you than whoever you were with initially. Well, the person you were with initially, I don't think it's working out. And with the Knight of Swords, like you're so like, you know how I told you you guys are similar? Like you had already grown your roots with that person, you already saw all this potential with that initial person, and now it's like falling apart, and you don't know you yourself. So you both are like embodying the same energy. Like you don't know what to do with that. You're so in your head with that. Everything's falling apart, and you have no idea how to even take control of that. So it's like, do I break up with this person? Do I not? And if you don't resonate with the relationship thing, you're just kind of feeling like your life is becoming more and more like shit. Like it's going down a rabbit hole and it's an endless rabbit hole. Like maybe you're starting to get more bad luck or opportunities aren't showing up to you like how they used to. I'm not even surprised if this is like you're starting to age, you're starting to get wrinkles and you can't stop it. Like it's age or, gravity causes all like your boobs to sag, it causes your butt to sag and just like different my point is that it's tailored to you what it is, but it's many different factors. But if it's the relationship one that you resonate with, it's definitely that. And this person, because they don't know you like that and you don't let them in or you're not close to them, they have no idea that you're actually very worried about this. So up here, this is the Eight of Wands and this is the Knight of Wands. So I think I'm taking this as recuperating from the sword suits because everything was swords here, man. And it's too sharp, it's too edgy. Look at those wands. They're not edgy. I need a break. I need a soft break. So you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles over here at the end of it. I think this is you single. I think you're going to break up with whoever you were with in the initial phase. To you, it's coming up as I have to start anew. So, like, I'm not even surprised if you moved in with whoever this person was that you were in a relationship with, and now you have to move out by yourself. Or, like, I was in a relationship with this person for so many years, and now I have to break up. Like, now I'm by myself. This person was a part of my routine. Now they're not. Fresh energy, but you seem still reluctant. Like, you don't like this fresh start. You wish that you had a lot more support. I'm not surprised if you resonate with this particular situation, if you don't have a lot of friends or if you don't like relying on people in general, like emotionally and like with material things. You like to work for your own things or you like to heal on your own. So that's you coming out single. If that doesn't resonate, you know how I said this is like a streak of bad luck, or you're just getting caught up in your head about things, negative things. You just having a negative mentality. Over here with the Queen of Pentacles, it's you literally like relocating, starting over your whole friendship group or whatever these burdens were. You're literally like doing a full 180, a totally different career choice, a totally different fresh start. Like you're this is a true fresh start with whatever you're doing. You're totally moving, whatever it is. With the Queen of Pentacles, it's like a pivotal moment in your life. And when this occurs with these two, this is when you're gonna let down your boundaries with this person, and in general with like life. I think you're gonna take life a lot less seriously than how you used to, or maybe because you're coming out of this energy because you were always so worried. You just want to break from that, and you just want happy, good times, and you're focusing on the positive. You're changing your mindset. You putting your trust in opportunities in yourself and with spirit. This is with the Eight of Wands. This is when they're going to start having this person still come back to you to talk with you or communicate with you, but now you're going to be happy and more open. Yeah, and with the Nine of Wands, I'll take this on as like a new friendship. So especially with the bushes and stuff, like you showing them your interests, you allowing them in to see you, you letting them read you like a book. With the wands, this very much matches the Emperor because I know the Emperor is like the Aries card. This is more of my style. Like, yes, like I really like this. The way you both are seeing it is like you both, at this point, you both aren't taking it very seriously. Like, it's more of like a friendship thing. That's my point. So, in the beginning, I think they were very fixated on finding you as like a partner and stuff, especially when they were just observing you from far away. But now at this point, they're like, I'm fine with like a friendship, honestly. If it turns into something, then it does. And I don't think you really even want, if you resonate with a relationship thing, I don't think you want a relationship. Or if you totally started and you moved to a different place, new friendship group, new career, whatever it is, you feel very sensitive and like hypersensitive. So, you're just not ready for a relationship. That's my point. Like a new one. And they definitely see that too, or they're very understanding of it. So over here is going to be the future of your connection. So in the future, you're coming up as someone who, with the Nine of Swords down here, whatever new endeavor you embarked in, it's going to be so successful and then some. Start a whole new friendship group, or if you start making new friends, they are going to have even better connections. You're going to become a better person. You're going to become a different person by the time it's the future. You're a whole different level of maturity. Your personality has gone through some changes by the time it's at the future compared to the initial energies that you were in. You're a completely different person, yeah. If you were in a relationship, this is at this point you're fully healed and you're ready to take on a new relationship. Just you conquering the world. That's my point. But in fresh eyes, new perspective, and you're a lot more mature. So once you take on this new energy, this new bold energy and stuff, but you're always bold though. Anyways, with the Ace of Pentacles, you know how I said that they saw you as the Ace of Pentacles initially when they were observing you? They're gonna see this new thing in you again. So you know how I said that you both, in the whole present, the one that I just did, they weren't interested in you necessarily. Like they didn't want to invest in you because of probably what they went through before you, where you kept on rejecting them and stuff. But now they want to reinvest in this connection again, like romantically. And it's the same thing, same intention. Like they want a long-term connection. This is just gonna very much spark up new feelings and just renew that desire that they had initially to pursue you. But what's beautiful is that there's nothing blocking it, because you know how there's nothing here in the middle? They have an open access to go straight to you, and you're like ready. So at this point, it's talking about just relationships. So I think you're gonna try dipping your toes or whatever into dating. So you're gonna try seeing other people, but you're gonna like spirit is going to shape events or have synchronicities where it's related to whoever this person is. Go with them. No one else is meant for you, or focus on them. Oh, they're very loyal, or they're very straight on, like they're not the person to have a fling or to be an F boy. For you, I feel like if anything, you have that tendency. Because with the Four of Pentacles and the Star, it's you keep on trying to try different options, you keep on dating around. Maybe you're even having a bunch of friends with benefits, and it's not fulfilling. Like whatever it is, people just aren't fulfilling. It isn't. You feel like you're settling. Eventually, you're going to see this person as an option. The more that they try to pursue you, because the more it comes down and down and down, it's like all these other options just they are not. Like yeah, like this is my option. I need to be I need to be stable for them, or I need to be a lot more reliable to whoever this person you're going to be in a relationship with. So this is how others will perceive y'all's relationship. So I think on the left side, like here, the left column is how people who know you, and then on the right side is how people perceive it knowing them. So those who are close to you, how they're perceiving it, they're like just one of the many ones who are just going to pursue you. They don't see them as anything special. They definitely see that you don't think that they're anything special. They're just one of the other suitors. They kind of just don't really care about them. Like friendship wise, like yeah, but romantic, like I don't want any romantic connection with them. The people who are close to you, they see it as you've been through a lot, so it would make sense with a relationship. You've been through a lot of transformations in your life, even since like you were young. I'm not surprised if you've had a difficult past, if you've endured some things, and they don't know this other person. So they see them as like they don't really know them, but odds are they haven't been through what you've been through. They're probably just not as mature as you, who has compared to you, who you've experienced a lot of things and you've matured from that. And honestly, with the Nine of Cups, they think that there's better options and that you're better off single, or like you're happier whenever you're single, and especially in the future energy, they're going to be so happy that making like great strides in life, or that you've gotten over your ex, whatever it was. This seems really beautiful. The people who know you, like they see you as such a gorgeous person inside and out, that you're very good looking. You always attract a bunch of suitors, and it's you have your pick from the pawn, you know. A suitable suitor for you will be someone who is going to, you see with the Prince of Bastoni in reverse, stir up passion, stir up sexual desire. You're gonna be talking about them. You're gonna have your eyes focused on them. All the other suitors, who cares about them? I have all this drive to want to be in a relationship with them. Which honestly, objectively viewing it without having the judgments of the piles I just read for you, that 100% makes sense, and it sounds like you have healthy people around you. It makes sense, but they don't know what's the future is, like what spirit's plan is. How odd. Okay, whenever it comes with them, how others are viewing your connection, who are close with them. So they're seeing it, if anything, like a relationship is a distraction, or like whatever gender they're attracted to, in general, connections with them are distractions. So if they're a male and they're straight, even a friendship with a female, that's kind of looked like whatever, you probably do mess with them. Distraction, or there's a lack of respect whenever it comes with relationships. So even with the friendship, the people around them or closest with them would be okay with them, whoever this person is, talking bad about them or dropping them, just objectifying them. With the Eight of Pentacles, like you have a whole career ahead of you, or you definitely, or like you're very, this person's very smart, very intelligent, and you should be focusing on that. You should be focusing on Pentacles, not anything on Cups. No romantic stuff. It's a waste of time for you. Or if you were to get in a relationship, we definitely expect you not to take it seriously, and if you do, that's weird to us. Which that goes to show the maturity level with the people that they're surrounded by, or the mindset that the people are at, that they're surrounded by. So this could be like their parents being like, you better not let a relationship distract you. You better not get anyone pregnant. Just focus on yourself. You're going to see the dichotomy in the people who you guys are surrounded by in general. So I think you're surrounded by genuine people. This person with the Knight of Wands in reverse, the way that they see this connection is that your person is superior to you, and that you don't deserve them, and they deserve better options, if anything. You know how I was saying with the analogy of like you have your pick of the pond? They see that as they have their pick of the pond, and why do they keep on looking at you like, stop? Stop. I'm not even surprised if your person never brings you up around their friends or whoever, their family and stuff, because with this in reverse, this is like their automatic judgments would be that. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of them being secluded, so I'm not surprised if they don't even mention you. But I'm seeing same thing with you, man. If anything, it's like you would mention them without thinking much of it, and they would just want to mention you out of respect for you. Yeah, this is the problem. So this goes in line with the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords in the initial phase. With the Eight of Swords, I think in the initial phase they mentioned that they were interested in you and that they were wanting to pursue you. And now the way that people view it, especially with these two eights, like, man, like, why are you so set on this option? Why are you so set on them? There's so much other options. You can easily get over them, or you can easily find someone else. The people that they're surrounded by would even encourage them to indulge in toxic things to get over you. So it's like, just go and party for a week and just F all these female dogs, you know what I'm trying to say, and you'll just get over them. You'll get over them. But they're seeing your person as stubborn, but they're reliable. So it's this is such an interesting reading. I would have never thought about. You see, I thought that this was going to be all same old stuff in general about. Okay, so this is the obstacles in your connection with them. The obstacle in the connection is for you to stop seeing this person as underwhelming, or for you to stop seeing them as they don't have value in your life. And I think that's basically it. As a person, I think this person is extraordinary, especially to society. They're like I said, they're intelligent, they're socially savvy, they're probably all the perfect traits and qualities of a partner. So with you, you're coming up as a Queen of Wands, and over here with the Star card. You know you're spiritual, you know that you're following spirit's plan. Like, you just have a knowing that everything you're doing is correct. You have a confidence with yourself. You're a very self-fulfilled person. You love the surroundings that are matching it and stuff. You have to see this person's worth because they're the strength card. So they're also matching with fire. And on top of that, you have to realize that you see how you're following spirits, but they are too. This whole time they've been following spirit's plan. And you've just been overlooking them, man. You don't see the value in this person. And I was getting two different songs playing over here. And I think that you see them as childish because over here the Barney song was coming out with the guy, and with you it was Soho by Jaden Smith. So like you think that you're more mature than them. I just don't think that you know this person. You don't know this person. You don't know this person because the more you get to know them, you'll see them for who they truly are as the strength card. Because with the strength card, I'm seeing it as like they're like a little B word, but you don't. Once you get to know this person, you'll realize that they're following spirit's plan too, and that they actually align with your energy. That you guys will actually get along. That you guys can actually have a great and amazing connection together. And you just keep on not seeing the value in this person. God, this is the outcome, and only two cards came out. Queen of Wands again. No, separate. Y'all are so difficult. Y'all are so difficult. Y'all are so. Look, I'm not surprised if if you're meant to be with this person, okay? Because why would this show up in your next relationship? Like in general, this person, why would they show up? When you have had no connection with them at all, but they want a connection with you, like, and spirit sees that you both align together, but factors have to play out to where you both will eventually be together. So you, with the Queen of Wands, I'm seeing you being like, well, I choose you out of like all these men over here. I choose you. And then that guy's like, yeah, you chose me. And then they're here in the background here. First off, everyone here was doing the most. Everyone was like maybe buying you gifts, love bombing you, flaunting their wealth, like just being very like bombastic. And it's like, I choose you then because you're the most wealthiest, you're the most this, you're the most like you're looking at the traits, and they're in the back. And at this point in the outcome, they're not even bothering to be like them. So initially they were like them, but now they're just in the back watching, kind of chuckling like of course, and then just walking away. But the sad thing is that I think this person will always be there for you, though. You know how I said that you healed from your ex if you were in a relationship, or I'm talking specifically if you were in a relationship. Well, now you're gonna have to heal from them. So with the Ten of Swords, this person makes it obvious that they don't like that you chose someone else, or that they made their feelings known or their advances known, and you just basically rejected them by choosing someone else, and you feel very horrible, but you're still going to stay in contact with them. At this point, you kind of see them as pitiful, like if they even want to be friends with you, because you keep on, oh, pile two, pile two, pile two. You keep on seeing this person as beneath you. You keep on seeing this person as not on your level, but they are. So with the Ten of Swords, like you're like pitting them. You're seeing them as like it's pathetic that you still want to be friends with me because you only wanted to pursue me. And you're gonna wait what all this time, especially with Ten of Swords, you're gonna wait all this time for me to break up with, let's say, with this person if we were to break up. Just for you to be an option again, like you're causing yourself so much pain, emotional pain, and I feel bad. Like you feeling guilty. I don't know what to say. That's it. They're still gonna be waiting for you though. For me personally, I would just say why not? Will they move on from you? I'm gonna do three different piles. I mean, yeah, three different cards. So is pile two's person gonna move on from them in the outcome? Card one, card two. It's gonna do two cards. Never mind. Card one, card two, card two. No, they're not gonna. If you choose card two, no, they're not gonna. And ironically, this matches the same energy with the Ten of Swords. In reality, with this Ten of Swords, they're not in pain that you moved on, or you're thinking that you're causing all this emotional turmoil in them, and in reality it's like, well, I'm kind of emotionally really disconnected with you, but I see you as a really valuable candidate. I'll really have you in mind. They're not going to tolerate you ignoring them though, or like you ghosting them, or you being mean to them, toxic things. Really, if you want to do that with them, they're not going to tolerate it. If you want to cheat, let's say, on whoever you're going to be with next with them, they're not going to tolerate that, but they still see you as a valuable candidate. So card one. Well, sure. What's the point of me doing? Well, both of these cards are no. They're not going to move on. They're going to still wait there. The difference with card one, they're going to stop talking with you, interacting with you. I don't even think they want to say hi to you daily. The issue is that they're not going to get over you. So even if they were to get a new relationship, or if they were to even get married to someone else, they're still not over you, especially with the Justice card, because the karma hasn't played out with you, and it needed to be played out with you, but you messed up that process. Messy. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great day or night. Good luck with this connection. Bye. Hello to those who chose pile 3. Let's get right into it. Did a self to cross for your next relationship. And the first thing I'm going to start off with, surprisingly, only one card came out. Kind of weird. This is going to describe who they are, like their personality or looks. So whatever spirit wants to let you know ahead of time. While I was doing your reading, I kept on like sneezing even whenever I was shuffling, and I'm sneezing right now. So I know that they end up saying like that means that communication's happening soon, or it's gonna happen soon, whatever I'm asking about. Who is gonna be your next relationship? I think you're gonna give me one card, because I'm gonna separate this into two different groups, okay? Maybe three, but definitely the first group, you're already in a relationship and you're asking my next relationship as in like, am I gonna move on? And this, no. Like, this is the person you're gonna be with forever if you're not single. Other people, this could end up being a same-sex relationship. I don't know. I'm just getting like something isn't right. Something is like, let's say it's from your perspective. You're constantly looking at them, whether you're in a relationship or not. This isn't going to change, by the way, even if you're in a relationship. And it's like there's something just a little off about you that I can't pinpoint. It could also be, let's say your relationship plays out with them, or even your friendship, missing like one or two or just very few qualities that would make you the perfect life partner, but you don't have them. But you have a bunch of these other great qualities. You're not ever going to see this person as always giving their all. Whatever they do is not enough. Kind of. So I guess this could be like a projection on your part where maybe you do end up having too high of expectations. I mean, look, it's Ten of Cups that's coming out. What more can you ask for? And you are asking for more out of them. They idealize you, or they definitely have a lot of respect towards you. I feel like the longer you get to know them, the more respect they're going to gain towards you, the more love they're going to have for you, the more compassion. Being with you is going to make them a better person, but you see yourself as the bigger person. Like, you need to catch up to me. So that's why you're always seeing them as they still have this and this to work on. But you know what? But they do have all these amazing qualities. So I don't know what to say about that. Make that with what you will. I'm personally saying, in my opinion, this is supposed to be 10 cups, supposed to be a little family card, supposed to be adorable, but it's being tainted by your perspective. Like, why can't you just be content with what the Ten of Cups is instead of what it should be? Maybe eventually it will get there with what it should be, but are you going to be stressing about it for the next few years on what it should be, and then it turns out like that? Like, you're just wasting your time. Just let it naturally flow, let it naturally happen. Or maybe this is a self-sabotaging behavior. Maybe that's why you're coming to this reading while you're in a relationship for some of you, because nothing's ever enough. Nothing's ever enough. Grass is always greener on the other side. And I would say that that's a lesson you have to learn, but I don't think it is, because whoever you're asking about, you're going to stay with like for the rest of your life, a large portion of like 40 plus years. And yeah, but if you're not in a relationship, this next person that you're going to be in a relationship with, watch out for having high expectations for someone you know that can't meet them. Start off slow. Don't jump into a relationship real quick. And I think that this person will grow on you in time. I think it'll take a while for you guys to get together. If you are a healthy person, if you decide to go into it right away, you're just going to be very dissatisfied. Not any surprise if you end up leaving this person because they don't ever meet your expectations. And that's not their fault, that's your fault. You choose the battles you want to fight, and you knew this like soldier wasn't equipped to fight this battle, you know? This one is going to be on when they'll meet you, or have you already met this person? Not surprised if you've already met this person. Yes, you've already met this person. I'm not surprised if this is someone like a childhood friend, or you've known them since you guys were kids. There is a nostalgia that comes into your head and their head whenever you guys think about one another. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm seeing them as they're in their young years. Is whenever you meet them for sure, or at least currently, because never mind, because you already know them. Like, they're seeing life as, I can take this avenue, this avenue, this avenue, this avenue, but I'm gonna try all of them, instead of just going towards one, and then they don't want to end up regretting it later on in life. They want to try all the new foods, they want to try traveling, all the women or men that they can get. They just see life as like, it's, you see with the lemon tree, like they are making lemonades and they are not leaving behind any little juice in those little lemons that they're squeezing. Let me just say that they are making the most out of life right now. And I think that spirit sees so much potential in them, and they're very proud of their mentality and definitely how they've been utilizing their energy in regards to others. So I think that this person is very socially savvy. They can make connections like that. Let's say if this person, I'm going to make it superficial here. Let's say like Kanye West. Well, he named himself Ye now, but I'm going to call him Kanye because that feels weird to me. But this person is working as like a receptionist in some gym. And it just suddenly comes into their head like, I need to meet Kanye West so that way he can let me know about this and this. And my point is like, this person doesn't want to meet Kanye West because they want to have Kanye West give them a business opportunity, or have Kanye West like financially provide for them in some way. Like, they just want to meet Kanye West to genuinely get to know him, so that way they can end up like growing more lemons on this like tree. You get me? They want to make the most out of life. And it may take a long time or maybe a short amount of time, but they're going to meet Kanye West. They're going to somehow be able to have a conversation with Kanye West. And it's going to happen. And their manifestation skills are on point. And it's so funny because I feel like me, myself, I'm a horrible talker. I'm sure you've already noticed that. Like, I've had stuttering problems since I was a little girl. It took me so long to get over that. So just in general with speech and like words, horrible at it, but I'm amazing at reading and vocabulary. And my point in saying that is, I feel like I can't match your person's level and the way that they can articulate themselves. This person very much knows themselves, they're very in tune with themselves. So I'm gonna stop there because I feel like I'm just going on about how great of a person your person is and just their mentality is on point. With this in mind, I saw in the beginning of who they are, I saw a lot of you projecting that they are not on your level and they have to do a lot of things, let's say in their relationship, to make up for what they're lacking. And what I have to say to you is that spirit is viewing your person as this beautiful person that I was just describing, so much potential. How can you not see that in them? I guarantee you're not going to see this in them. You're going to see it in more of they're a child. They're not thinking out the future with the Kanye West. Like, what's the whole point of me talking to him? What? So that way you can just say you can just met him. So that where you can just say that you just meet him. Sorry, I can't talk. Wait, I'm gonna look up real quick. I don't believe in like the Mercury retrogrades, but if it's Mercury retrograde, like I swear to God, I'll be a believer right now. Okay, y'all, like Mercury retrograde just passed, so it's just me straight up. I can't talk. Um, I would like to give a little preface. I'm so sorry. I have to give this to you. Sooner or later, I'm gonna start stuttering hardcore. So if I take a long pauses, I hope I edit it out. I'm so sorry. It's just the way I am. I have stuttering problems. So the way that spirit's viewing you is similar to this person. So I think that you guys actually match each other's energy, believe it or not, because I know you're not going to see it that way. You feel, from spirit's perspective, the same way I've been describing this person, except you have a more independent, quiet life path compared to them. And I feel like you're just very different from this person. The way you go about strategizing and enacting on plans is you're more thorough, but you don't think about the future compared to them. I don't know how to say it. Like, I'm seeing you dive into an ocean, and it's like, wow, well, I have all these options of what it can be. I'll go straight to this option. What do you know? This option? I don't want to really do entirely this option, actually. So, you know what? I'm just going to link this option with option number two. So then you end up going to option number two because of this connection with option one. Like you know how to close out cycles correctly. I think that you're very much about that. If you're going to quit a job, you're going to put in like a week or 2 weeks notice. You also feel like a young energy who's still trying to find themselves, but the way you're going about it is like blind faith with spirit, but yours feels more like a spiritual path because theirs was like they see the reality of all the abundance they have around them. They're grateful for their friends, they're grateful for their job, their or just job opportunities, they're grateful for their parents, they're just grateful for everything in life. But for you, you have an independent mindset where it's all about me and my choices is what's going to guide me through life. And I trust that spirit. They showed me this little glimpse of option number two, and now I want to go to option number two. That means that option number two is meant for me. I don't know why I feel the need to point this out. My point is like you both think differently, go about things differently, but at the end of the day, you both are on the same vibrational wavelength. And I think it's going to be like this for the rest of your lives. I'm just being honest because with the way you two are going about it, the analogies I was getting with spirit, you both are high vibrating people, or definitely on their way to building themselves to high vibration. And honestly, you guys seem like great counterparts. But I feel like with you being the Two of Wands and them being the Seven of Pentacles, you're going to feel like this person never shows up for you in a friendship, in any type of connection, and it's only you showing up for them. I encourage you to try to see it differently, especially if you get closer with them. Not any surprise if you're already close with this person. They hold you in high regard and they'll never let you go. You know, they see it like that. Like you're in the basket with the limits, but they're never going to squeeze you. You're one of the special ones. just like maybe a few of their friends are, maybe their family is. They're grateful for you. I think they just have, maybe they are selfish, you know? Because I don't think this person's worried about showing how grateful they are for whatever. Whatever. Let me move on to these outer parts. I think you guys really are meant to be well. Anyways, this person's coming up as swords, so Princess of Swords and the Ten of Swords. And I was gonna be the song Beautiful Disaster, and I kept on like repeating this specific part in my head. I think this person is gonna start off with like a lot of insecurities. I think this is gonna segue into they have issues. They don't see themselves as perfect. You know how spirit sees them as beautiful, and like it's hard for them to see the positive qualities in them like that. They just end up beating themselves down. And to them, it's like they have a persona. The second persona they have is over here with what Spirit was describing, their confident side. They're socially savvy, all this stuff. But then their other, like their true self is in conflict with who they are because they're not confident, they don't believe in themselves. It's funny how they see it as a mask, but it actually truly is who they are. They just need to heal themselves and realize that, their potential. By meeting you, the more they interact with you, especially if you're in a relationship, just give them love. They are going to see this. They just need confidence, they need reassurance, and they definitely need love and nurturing. And you're definitely the one to bring that. Two of Wands, Hermit card, same energy. I think that's a Hermit card. But with this in mind, I feel like you're more spiritually involved than them with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Next one is going to be, what is this person's intentions going to be towards you throughout this whole connection? So you know how they had the other Ten of Swords came out like the last little pile I did? I think this kind of connects to where they feel internal shame about themselves. They lack internal confidence. And with this Ten of Swords, I'm getting that in the sexual department, with you two, the intimacy, they don't want to do it with you. They feel ashamed to do it, but it has nothing to do with you. It's more of like a projection with the Ten of Swords literally like stabbing in her. And I think this could possibly be like they don't believe in themselves whenever it comes to like their performance in bed. Personally, don't feel comfortable reading this, so I'm just gonna leave it alone because I feel bad. I feel like I'm invading their privacy. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's nothing on you. Don't be offended when this happens. Their intention. So this is a masculine energy. With the Judgment and the Wheel, it's like don't do anything. Like you definitely don't give me anything. I give everything to you. So this feels like a masculine thing where I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna provide for you. You deserve the world, and I'm gonna give you that eventually, not right now. Just please trust me. But with the Wheel, it's them also having faith and fate that you two are meant to be in, that you two are gonna be together, like all like lifetime partners. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, it's like it's only a matter of time. Like the clock's ticking for the Ten of Pentacles to happen. But with the Judgment, it's like we never know when the Ten of Pentacles is gonna happen. But with the Wheel, it's like what I do know, like I'm speaking like that. What I do know is I see you right now and the potential that we both have. Like this person probably talks so poetic and stuff. Like they feel very moved by you. They're definitely gonna try to woo you for sure in the first phase. I don't know if they're gonna consistently do this throughout the whole time. But yeah, in their mind, their intentions maybe in a few years I'm gonna marry you. They definitely want to marry you. So it's like, are you open for it though? Because you're these two girls on the outside. They have control of what's in here, but they don't have control of you. So they're just kind of hoping, like, well, hopefully fate really draws in pile three to me. But yeah, this is really cute. Okay, next one's gonna be when this little relationship starts. How's it gonna go? What's the initial phase gonna be like? You're coming up as the Queen of Swords, so you feel very deep. So it would come to no surprise to me if you have had quite a bit of dating experience or relationship experiences, because I'm seeing you starting this relationship off healthy start. I don't need to overstep boundaries. I don't need to not set any, you feel the type of person where, like, we're gonna have a talk when this relationship first starts on what's okay, what's not okay. And if more stuff pops up, then those boundaries will be set. There's no need to put too much pressure. Like with the Queen of Swords, I'm really getting that. Like, don't put too much pressure. It needs to be airy, it needs to have freedom, needs to have flow. So you definitely want to be independent, but you also want them to be independent. And it's like, what can I do better them as a person, yet give them their space? You just feel like a very healthy person. That's my point. You want to paint the perfect picture for a relationship, but you know that it's not realistic to ask of that in the beginning, that it takes time to build that perfect picture. So what can you start doing now to add to that? Or what can you start doing now to add to that? The last thing is that you're just a very honest person. Okay, guys, I'm just being honest. Okay, so with this Nine of Wands, this is them. So I'm seeing them as, look, you do have an amazing mentality, guys. With relationships, everyone should start to be like you. Very equal give and take and stuff. Nine of Wands is not that they don't want to have an equal relationship, not that they don't want anything healthy. It's just, I think that this person doesn't either have the same experience as you in relationships, or they think that the way to play out a relationship first is by wooing someone. So this feels like someone who will love bomb in the beginning, or who will just buy you all these gifts in the beginning, who will want to be whatever your love language is in the beginning. And I'm saying in the beginning because this is the Nine of Wands. Like, this type of person is eventually gonna, like, want to move on to another bush. Not that I'm not trying to make them out like the Knight of Wands, where they're like a player. This matches what I saw before. Once they've hooked you in, it's okay to leave these bushes alone for like a week and then come back to it. Not necessarily ghost you, but putting minimal effort in you because they have so much external things that they're focusing on. So that's why in the beginning they're going to give it their all. They're going to make sure to very much prioritize this relationship. But I'm just saying this feels like short-lived with the Knight of Wands. You guys are going to hear me say Knight of Wands and then Nine of Wands. I keep on mixing them up. I'm sorry. I can't speak for anything right now. But my point is, like, they're really not matching your energy. Like, they're not matching. Oh my gosh, one of those seven pentacles is there. Wow. Well, anyways, you're coming up as the Queen of Swords, and they're not showing up as their full selves or their true selves. And keep in mind, they don't know who they are. You don't know either, but I feel like you're already on a spiritual path where you've done a lot of healing. I think that you've really been through it. Like, you have quite a bit of life experience too that you've learned from. You're not about to repeat it again. My point is, you're showing up as a queen. They're the Nine of Wands. And how do you expect someone who doesn't know themselves, who doesn't really want to face trauma or definitely face healing, who doesn't even know how to cope these things that you learn whenever you're young? How do you expect this type of person to come up as the King of Swords or any type of king? Really, they're not. They're never gonna show up as that until they do that healing, which is, I think that this person struggles with self-love. With the Seven of Pentacles, Like I'm working on this relationship, but would you rather have this imagery or this imagery whenever it comes to like working on a connection? Because I've seen like you straight up made the top of the kimono to make it beautiful, and you're still adding on to it. But then over here, like little pulga stuff, I forgot what that is in English. And then you're making like high quality, like royal stuff, and also not to forget a minute, you're kind of showing up as like the whole time you're showing up as like regal, like royal energy. So I feel like you carry yourself like that, like pretty good. So, but I don't know really what to say. No, I don't. Because before I was like, stop projecting your expectations, but this person really isn't meeting. I don't know. But guys, this is gonna be how your relationship gonna play out for like the majority of the connection. Wow, there's a king. They're showing up over here, and you're these two cards, okay? So with the Prince of Swords and the Knight of Water, I was getting them going back and forth on if they love you or not. I think the longer that they're gonna spend time with you, the more stressed they're gonna get about this relationship. And I think it's because you have expectations, but I think it's more boundaries, if anything. Because there's a reason why I mentioned boundaries before. I think you're gonna start asserting your boundaries. Just, I feel like this is a healthy thing with the lovers. And they're gonna start being in and out. The longer this goes, it's like, should I really continue to invest in this? But it isn't in a like I'm gonna eventually break up with you. I'm thinking of breaking up with you. This person feels very loyal towards you to you, and I don't think they want to break up with you. It's just they don't know how to cope with having a healthy connection with the lovers. They can't have that pressure on them. They don't know how to cope with that pressure. They don't even know how to even solve things healthily. So the way they're going to deal with this with the Prince of Swords, like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do what I did in the beginning, and I'm just going to invest my time into my career, into my friends, into basically everything else but this connection. But then whenever it comes to this connection, the way I'm going to deal with it is like I don't like this person. No, 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 no. Why did I even say that? I do love this person. Like, why did I even say that? Wait, never mind. They did this one thing. Never mind. It's emotional immaturity on their part, definitely. Wow, you matched your queen. You're your own king. So with the chariot card, I was getting like I'm putting this on the back burner. This is a bunch of emotional turmoil, but on your part, straight up, this feels like emotional detachment. It's you putting it in the back burner and just be like, I'll just wait until with the chariot card, it's like till they match my energy, till they come back the right way. I'm not gonna accept them any less. Which is over here with the Prince of Swords. They're still at the Prince, man. They're still at the bottom. They have so much to work up to even be able to go on this chariot ride towards you. And they are going to constantly look back at you and be like, it's like I want to be in a relationship with Pal 3 or not surprised you guys end up breaking up or something, but it's too much. It's too much. They see you as too much, but in reality, they can't handle a healthy relationship. Over here, I just see you like I don't think you're done with it because you're still touching them, but it's just like you're definitely showing them I'm done. Come back to me, right? If you're never okay, I'm gonna move on. Wow, this is oof. I don't even know what to say. So this is gonna be the future of your connection with them. In the future, in the future. So I already did this one for like your outcome, but like in this is basically the outcome, guys, because this is I asked for like near future, but this is future. They're gonna eventually with the Empress be able to meet your expectations and be able to step up to the plate and like be another king like you or being another queen like you, be just another freaking major card like you. God, like they just think you're gorgeous, and I really think you're gonna have a family with them. Like your children are just so like it's like a whole different type of love I'm feeling. I don't have kids, like, but this type of love is more than unconditional love. This feels like a love that can satisfy my heart for eternity. This person's so loyal. Like, by the way, throughout this whole time, this person's real loyal. If anything, I see you in the middle. If you guys break up, like, you just be like, whatever, I'll just go away. But with them, they're very Empress card, and they're emotionally content with their relationship. Oh, that scared me. Whoa. I'm not even gonna try to read into the spiritual meaning of that. But anyways, yeah, and with the Nine of Cups, you know how I said that you were emotionally dissatisfied with them, or like they had all these amazing qualities about them, but they have these like few other things where like they just couldn't meet it, or they couldn't meet your expectations. With the Nine of Cups, they're gonna meet your expectations. And you're gonna feel so fulfilled with them. This is them. Like you guys are gonna be together. I already told y'all already too. Y'all are on the same. Y'all are always on the same vibrational frequency. You guys are forever improving. Just beautiful counterpart energy, and I can't even. I can go into like how great your life is gonna be together, but I'm sure we're probably gonna see more in the outcome. So this is how others will perceive y'all's relationship. If you haven't noticed, love is card. Definitely, you guys are meant to be. Definitely, that's what they're thinking. That you guys match each other. Like, you guys complement each other. There you go. Maybe you both have, like, I was seeing you guys have, like, different mentalities, and you guys have such opposing approaches that I'm not surprised if you guys have opposing personalities too. Where I'm trying to say, like, if they're really social, like, you're an introvert, they're very funny and you're just very serious. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you guys balance each other out. It doesn't have to be exactly that. You guys are what how other people see this, how everyone sees this. Like it's what this is what love is. This is what whenever you two are together, it's so beautiful, and it's so okay, guys. I don't know why I'm getting like this. So I feel like talking like if I'm already inebriated. You know how whenever you're drunk and you're just saying random stuff. Like you're just feeling your emotions, you're just all over the place. And I just feel like going like you guys are so adorable. Like I look up to you guys and I just like can't believe, but I feel like I'm saying that while I'm drunk. So you guys are the example that everyone should follow. Like you guys really embody what people talk about with unconditional love. This is more than unconditional love. This is more than love itself. Like this is a feeling I've never felt before. This is a word cannot express love is what you both would say to one another. And God, if they aren't spiritual already, or whenever you guys first start the relationship, like by the end of it, they're gonna be hardcore spiritual because you're freaking spiritual. And with the Hermit of an Eight of Wands, I was getting like there isn't an obstacle that we can't pass. Gosh, this is so beautiful. This is how all counterparts should be, where you both come together, make things better. With this in mind, I think that you both are blessed whenever you both are together, especially in the public's perception. So I'm not surprised if you guys end up like increasing your finances, increases your chances of finding a better job, or like betters your health. Like just everything is better with you two together. You guys can work through anything. So whenever you guys are young, you guys are first getting together, the way that they're gonna see it is like, there is issues there. I see that. You don't even have to express it to people, but it's like you both have this like fun together. Like you both are just so like yourselves, like your childlike selves. There you go. And it's so beautiful to see like how, like, have you ever seen someone where they're so themselves that even I'm like, how are you not embarrassed? My Theo, one time we were at Walmart together and we were there for hours, and he was FaceTiming his brother, but no earphones or anything, straight up puts it all volume all the way on top. Everyone can hear our conversation. And he's holding up the phone in front of his face, and just like, it's so wholesome though, like showing me to just talking about random topics or like even inappropriate topics, and just no care in the world my Theo had. And I was like, damn, like that's I would love to be that shameless too. And I feel like that's the way that they're gonna view you two. Not in a cringy way, but it's like you guys are so wholesome. The more you guys grow older, the more both of you mature. You guys look like an unstoppable couple that's like never gonna. You guys, that's the last thing that crosses your mind is to break up, is to leave each other. The people who have seen you two get together when you guys were young and grow up like together throughout your years and stuff, it's a lesson in itself to watch you guys grow together, to see you guys strive through the difficulties, just to see you two start off as young souls into very mature, wise individuals, but you both built each other up to there. You both worked on it evenly there. And it's even a lesson in itself to see you two grow, and it's like I need to be like that. I can't settle for anything less than what you two have. You guys definitely are pillars or examples if you guys have siblings, younger or older. This is what I deserve, and I shouldn't settle for less. It doesn't have to be exactly what you two have, but you get me? Like a healthy dynamic. With the Knight of Swords, you know how I told you that I felt like you specifically, like that you went through a lot, or you have a lot of experiences where I'm not surprised that people would be surprised that you've been through it. Let's say if you were sheltered your whole life, but for some reason like people have just came to you and just have vented out their problems or their issues going on at home, and it's like, damn, I have to be a counselor for them and have to talk them out of like suicide. Let's say I have to talk them out of this depression. I have, you've somehow you have had this burden on you to help others. I think that you attracted other people. You know how okay, look, I don't think you lived a sheltered life. Okay, never mind. No, this is someone who I think that you've been through a lot of trauma, and I think that people are naturally drawn to you in general, to vent, or they find you like a safe place. But I think that, especially in your young years, a lot of toxic people you attracted, but it's because they wanted to be you, or they wanted you to channel what they couldn't, like they want you to heal them, stuff like that. So with the Knight of Swords, you have completed a karmic debt by being with this person and sticking out this relationship. Like you've healed an ancestral trauma that generations have had to deal with. Do you realize how significant that is? I was doing a reading for this girl's father, and I was seeing that this father had also, like you had, well, I think he went through a lot. Okay, the daughter just wanted to see, like, well, how does like spirit view my father? And I did the reading, and I had never seen it before. And it feels like this energy with you, where the father had completed their karmic debt, or like their karmic lesson that they had to learn, and it was like a generational consistent patterns that the family couldn't break out of, and they were able to break it. So because the father was able to break it, she had no karmic debt. She had no generational, like ancestral debt. That's what I meant. You know how whenever you have ancestral trauma, she had like little ancestral trauma to work through because of the father was brave enough to face his healing, head on. And I'm feeling this with you with this relationship. This is like so beautiful. You are such a special person, Pal 3. And I'm sure that you know that because with your energy, you just seem like like you found yourself. You're content with who you are, even if you're weird, even if you're societally accepted. I don't think you really care. I can't believe I'm doing a reading for someone like that where you're a very, very strong person. Okay, so what is the obstacles going to be in this connection with this next person you're going to be in a relationship with? Your obstacle in this connection. Okay, I'm saying that these are your obstacles, but y'all are eventually going to overcome them, especially with the future that I was seeing. I think prior to this, you probably have a tendency to cut people out really fast. But in this relationship, I'm saying this is your obstacle to not cut this person out and just give it time and wait. But you're still going to do that with the Queen of Pentacles. The real you wouldn't tolerate what this person's doing or what they're putting you through. You would just straight up cut them out. With the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you feel an obligation to stay. But this doesn't feel like a toxic obligation. This just feels like whoever your person's going to be ends up improving. Should I wait for that? And you are going to wait for that. But I just see you questioning, like, should I wait? And with the Hermit and the Fool in reverse, your person's obstacles in this relationship that they are going to, I already told you, you're going to eventually face, which, if anything, I feel like they have a much harder obstacle because they're both majors, is facing trauma and learning how to heal, learning all these spiritual stuff, learning the internal workings of themselves, finding themselves. Yeah, just ultimately healing. Because it's with the Hermit, it's giving me the same vibes as the Ten of Swords, like them facing themselves. And with the Fool, look, it's walking away. Like they don't want to start that cycle. It scares them. Over here's the outcome. Guys, this is such a beautiful reading. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna thank you guys again after this. I'm grateful to read an amazing outcome. You're probably a very beautiful person, by the way. Like inside out, I don't care. Your energy is so potent. So this is the outcome. Honestly, I barely see you. So, which I guess this connects with the obstacles. So you know how I said like with the obstacles in the relationship, eventually you both are gonna face them, but it's like they really had the obstacle, like they were gonna struggle compared to you. You're just waiting with this Queen of Pentacles. So this is all about them and the outcome. So with the Moon card on the top and the Knight of Cups, y'all, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time for them to face themselves, but they eventually will. They'll start reflecting on themselves, put their ego to the side. Hell, maybe, you know what, they'll just let their ego get trampled all over instead of just putting it to the side. Because with the Knight of Cups, I'm just getting a really shaky foundation. They're not of these new emotional feelings arising in them. Maybe they're remembering trauma now. They're looking back on it. They're starting to heal. And it's ultimately, I'm saying they're very scared of their emotions. The real reason that they're scared, they don't even realize it, is because it's self love. They've never shown themselves self love. They don't know what that feels like. And this is self love, tough self love, telling themselves their flaws, thinking about their traumas, healing their traumas, just in general, and they're facing it. But this is going to take a long time with the Moon. Because I'm seeing them like, I'm looking at the mirror, but then I'm walking away. I'm looking at the mirror, but eventually it's going to be them straight up just staring at the mirror because they're already so used to constantly looking at it. And you're down here with the Knight of Swords and the Fool in reverse. the outcome, I think that you got, you know how I said like that y'all are gonna like break up or something, or if you guys don't break up, you it's like an unfulfilled connection that you have with someone. On the bottom, it's you constantly thinking about this person, constantly thinking about this relationship. It's always in the back of your mind, no matter how independent you are, no matter how much people you see, no matter how much you sleep with someone else. They're constantly on your mind. When I'm channeling your energy, I just feel a lot of pain because with the Fool in reverse, I'm never gonna hug this person again. I'm never gonna, like, it's over. It's over. But I can be saying this, but with this in mind, if you have like mental health issues, this is really gonna trigger that. So I would say prepare ahead of time, but this kind of feels inevitable if you do have mental health issues. If you don't, you're gonna miss them a lot. It's gonna bring you a lot of pain that they're not talking to you, especially during this healing time. They're not gonna be talking to you guys. If you guys are in a connection, like barely acknowledging you, if anything, they're probably dry. And you're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? But they're not gonna tell you what's wrong because they're scared to even admit to themselves, like, wow, like I'm scared. You know what I'm doing. So this is like a little independent self-love spiritual journey that they're on, okay? And I would say have compassion for this person. When I first started off with spirituality, looking back, God, I was so unevolved. You know, I was very emotionally immature, couldn't even feel emotions really. That's how emotionally immature I was. You have to I had to be patient with myself personally. I'm sure I guarantee you had to be patient with yourself on your spiritual journey. But I can say all that, but I'm not trying to devalue your pain that you feel and you missing them, you longing for them, especially. It sucks. I already told you that you guys are gonna come back together. If you are in a connection with this person, and if it's going like horribly, I'm just letting you know. Don't worry, it's gonna turn out great. If you haven't met this person, stand your ground. Be you. Really, it's gonna play out like how it is. Anyways, please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for this reading. So grateful to have read your energy. You're very mature and you're blessed, so I can learn a lot from you. And I hope you guys have a blessed day or night. Bye. Did I say like, dislike, comment, subscribe? Oh, I hope I did. Bye.